What's up, everybody? Well, I got another small form factor PC gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're going to try some Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And this time, now that we're playing it on the very first computer that's actually halfway decent and above minimum specs, and I believe even above recommended specs, or at least at recommended specs, we're going to go ahead, we'll try out 4K. I don't think I'm even going to bother with native. I mean, I'll try it for like 2 minutes or something, but it's probably going to be like a 30, 40 FPS experience with ray tracing and all that turned on. Who knows, maybe even less than that. So after that, we'll try the same thing with some upscaling, and then maybe try just having the game maxed out with ray tracing off, stuff like that, all at 4K, and then maybe do something more reasonable, like 1440p as well. Because this is a much more 1440p suited GPU after all anyway, though I still think it would need help once ray tracing is turned on and all that stuff. If you want 60 plus all the time anyway. But hey, we'll never find out just yakking. So let's hop on in.
Well, alright, first we'll be a little silly, and I can almost guarantee this is not going to give us fantastic results, but we're going to try anyway. We're just going to max it out, native 4K, with ray tracing, no frame gen helping it out or anything like that. And then as you can see, we have ray tracing mode on extended. It's on very high. I don't know if there's any settings higher than very high. I guess I should have checked, but I just figured we'd use the presets. But who knows, maybe there could be a little bit more notches that it could even go beyond this, but this was already not very great, so even if that's possible, I wouldn't really recommend it. Not unless you're going to use some DLSS. Well, it actually went better than I thought. I kind of figured it was going to get like 20 FPS or something like that. I mean, I doubt it'll stay at a constant 30 everywhere, just like half the other handhelds when they were getting frames like that, but I think the majority of the time you'll be okay if you're okay with frames such as that, but I feel like most people with systems like this are not going to like that. But we'll still go get some gameplay anyway. Then we'll try with some DLSS.
Hold fast! She's on us! Can you see her? Man the cannons! Our helmsman's dead! Someone take the wheel! Bring us close, Kenway! We can scuttle her! Give a good broadside! Ready! Get in there, you mongrel!
So now we'll try with some DLSS on performance. Wish I wouldn't have to go all the way down to 1080p, but hey, if you want ray tracing and everything else maxed out, or at least close to maxed out, I'm not 100% sure everything's maxed out, so I don't want to tell a fib, but it's on ultra high and all that stuff, so. Hey, at least it's got more than enough VRAM. But I would say with that, let's go do a quick benchmark and then get ourselves some gameplay. Well, alrighty, we got ourselves 85 FPS average. And obviously more than playable like that, but I still think there could be some spots where you might drop like to 62, maybe 58, 56 or something like that every once in a blue moon. It's just something I noticed because we got down to like, I think 65 or 66 at some spot. And who noticed? Maybe it did drop under that and I just didn't notice. And I didn't play through the whole game either, so I cannot sit there and make a claim. I cannot actually, say, yeah, I did the whole thing, can't back it up, but yeah, I guarantee it. I don't want to be that guy. So instead, I'll just show you what I got, and we can just assume how it'll go from there.
Was it good for you as well?
Havana. I must get to Havana.
Well, I'll just build us another ship, will I?
I can pay you. Isn't that the sound you pirates like best? 100 escudos.
Keep talking.
Will you, or won't you?
You don't have that gold on you now, do you?
Bloody fucking pirates!
I'm on to you, Snakesby!
Follow and I'll kill you!
Come on, mate. We're off to a bad start. We could work together on this. It's 100 leagues or more to Havana. Will you walk that distance?
So, now we're going to go ahead and turn off the ray tracing. We're going back to native, just to see how big of an impact it had. At least I think that's what I did. Maybe on this one I went down to, like, the middle. Although I could have sworn I did that, realize, oh no, I guess we did do that here. Okay. I think this is where we did find that out. And then after this computer, I was just like, you know what? It's not really worth dropping the ray tracing to standard. Might as well skip standard and just go off and on. And even that isn't like a 30 FPS difference or anything like that. I think it's like 10 or something like that. Maybe 12. But anyway, let's go do a benchmark. The benchmark will tell us what we want to know. So here we go. We got ourselves 43 FPS, so still not like playable, even if you turn the ray tracing down a little bit. Still a small improvement, but as I was saying, it's not like it does a huge amount just going down a little bit, and it still doesn't solve the problem going all the way off either. I think it goes up to like 55 or 56, but I'm pretty sure I tested that out too. But let's go test this out first.
Keep your distance!
Posh git. Where's he running to?
So now, we'll go ahead and try with some DLSS, just like I did before. I think we do quite a bit better. I think last time, what did we average? 85 or 84 or something? I think this time we got up to like 87 or 90 or something like that. So it did go up a little, but it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a night and day difference or anything like that. Anyway, though, that is the bottom. So I guess let's go run that benchmark, and I guess we will see. So we went up to 89 FPS. So like I said, 84 or something like that to 89. It definitely went up in FPS and performance, but as I also said, it is not a night and day difference. I don't think most people would be able to tell the difference between those two averages without a frame rate counter or a benchmark like this. But either way, there it is. So now let's go ahead and hop on in and get ourselves some actual gameplay too.
Forget what I said. We can start over. This one vanishes into shadow. And now we've drawn swords, mate. I'm beginning to think you're not keen on my aid.
My business bears greater purpose than a thief like you could comprehend. I warned you.
Why the ill temper? Hiding something? We don't have to fight. Let's make a deal.
Filthy cutpurse!
That looks painful.
Die, you leech!
Senor Duncan Walpole, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness.
So now we're just gonna start on over at 1440. I think that's where I realized turning the ray tracing off didn't really do a whole lot. I think I went from like 89 average to like 90 or 91. So I was like, okay, this is pointless. I'll just tell people about that. We'll move on to 1440p and start the whole thing over again. We'll start off with like ray tracing and all that stuff, native, then we'll turn it on with some upscaling and all that stuff, just like we did before. So here's what we got this time. We did indeed average at least 60 FPS. It's not gonna stay at a constant 60 FPS all the time if it only averaged it, but still, at least we're a lot more playable than we were when we tried to do native 4K with the same settings. But alrighty, I'd say it's time to hop on in. Let's see what it can do.
Can you see her? Man the cannons!
Our helmsman's dead! Someone take the wheel! Bring us close, Henry! This fleet will fight to the end! We'll give a good broadside! flames! Get in there, you mongrel! Oh!
Alright, now we're going to go ahead and try some upscaling. And this time, instead of doing performance, I figured just go with balanced. With the extended ray tracing and all of that good stuff, so just like we did with the 4K, but at 1440. And with upscaling, it won't really be 1440 anymore, but you know what I mean. Anyway, benchmark time. So we got around 90 average, which I think is similar to what we got with the upscaling and all that stuff when we were doing 4K as well. So, heck, as a matter of fact, no, that was on performance, so that was 1080. So I think balanced at 1440p is back to 1080 again, so probably why it's about the same. But still, that's about what I'd do. Still looks good and gives me a very decent average, stays over 60 like 99.9% of the time. I don't think I saw it drop under, but I don't like making claims I can't 100% back up. Maybe it did and I just didn't notice it. Maybe it would 5 seconds after I ended the video. Well, who knows?
Was it good for you as well?
Havana. I must get to Havana.
Well, I'll just build us another ship, will I?
I can pay you. Isn't that the sound you pirates like best? 100 escudos.
Keep talking.
Will you or won't you?
You don't have that gold on you now, do you?
Bloody fucking pirates!
I'm on to you, Snakesby!
Follow and I'll kill you!
Come on, mate. We're off to a bad start. We could work together on this. It's 100 leagues or more to Havana. Will you walk that distance?
Keep your distance!
Posh git. Where's he running to?
Alrighty, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay.
Forget what I said. We can start over. This one vanishes into shadow. And now we've grown swords, mate. I'm beginning to think you're not keen on my aid.
My business bears greater purpose than a thief like you could comprehend. I warned you.
Why the ill temper? Hiding something? We don't have to fight. Let's make a deal.
Filthy cutpurse!
That looks painful.
Die, you leech!
Try this.
Senor Duncan Wildwall, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire, we have the means to reward you handsomely. Though I will not know your face by sight, I believe I can recognize the costume made infamous by your secret order. Therefore, come to Havana in haste, and trust that you shall be welcomed as a brother. Su más humilde servidor, el gobernador Laureano Torres y Ayala.
Mr. Walpole, let's collect your reward.
Indeed.
Now to find my way off this bleeding rock. That schooner'll do me just fine, if only I can preserve some of its crew.
By God's grace, sir, you saved me. A profusion of thanks.
Is that yours?
It is my vessel, yes. But here lies its poor captain, and I have no art for sailing.
I can pilot her myself, no mind.
You don't mean to abscond with my ship, do you?
I'm Duncan. What's your name, friend?
Steed Bonnet.
Well, Mr. Bonnet, let this stay twixt us. But I'm on a secret errand for His Majesty the King, God save him, and I must get to Havana with speed.
Ah, that is a relief, sir. Havana is also my destination. Our ways lie together.
Natural allies, then.
You put me at ease, sir. To think I took you for a pirate when you first appeared.
Did you?
Yes. You have uncommon way of handling yourself. Quick and easy, if I may say. Gave me quite a fright. But all things considered, I think it's turned out to be a rather fortuitous day, hasn't it?
All right.
Lacking a rowboat, I'm afraid we'll have to swim to my ship.
Hardly the worst thing to happen.
Oh, this bit is difficult. I should have taken the coat off. It was no thanks to you lot that I'm back. You can thank Duncan here. Welcome aboard, Duncan. She's a modest schooner, but well suited to my purpose, trafficking cargo from my plantation and such.
She'll do fine.
If you are so inclined, you may steer her yourself. My helmsman and quartermaster were among those killed.
Ready yourselves, lads. The Spanish Navy has
I'm not gonna lie, I just
attacked,
really love
and we make
putting
for
this
Havana.
fucking wheel all the way one way and the other way. So much fun.
That's a good feel. We'll first strike to half sail to get ourselves moving.
Ah, there's a tug of the wind.
Yeah, the
in
original
my
game, you
hair.
had to,
Ah,
they
I
taught you how to
racing comfort
use your
in the
boat a
feel
lot
and smell
better.
of the
They
ocean.
kind of skipping a little
The
bit,
raw
trying
stink
to
of-
move you faster a
of
little bit, it
possibility.
seems, this time around.
That's a top way of
Yeah,
seeing
some people
it,
might
lad.
not care, but I don't know. I wish they just kept it the same and maybe prettied up the graphics, but that's kind of how I am with everything. I still wish they did Final Fantasy VII, just the exact same Final Fantasy VII, only with better
Let's strike
graphics.
to full, shall
But hey, they wanted to make a new thing.
We
So that's cool.
really
And
opened
I
it
guess
up now,
that's like
haven't
what
we?
their dream always was. They wanted Final Fantasy to always be like the movie Advent Children, and now they've got it. I'd say it looks even better.
What a magnificent
Well.
creature.
And alright, I think with this, we shall wrap on up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced on the small form factor PC. And 4K seems pretty playable as long as you use some performance upscaling. And even at 1440p, as long as you want like maxed out graphics with maxed out ray tracing. Although, from what I deduced, testing it out at 4K, downing the ray tracing doesn't really do you a lot of good. Even putting stuff down to high, which put a lot of stuff on medium, didn't really give us much more FPS. So, I think it's probably better just play it like this and rely on upscaling. Even though it's not Unreal Engine 5, it still seems to want to have some upscaling. And that's okay. Most upscalers, as long as you don't have to use anything like FSR 3 or lower, like even Intel's thing seems better to my eye. But if you got FSR 4 or DLSS, you're doing great. But that is all for the video though. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. So, wish I still could peace out with that hand. So used to doing it. But pretty soon if it doesn't get better, I'll just have to start doing this and stop the whole rigmarole. But I'm still being stubborn hoping it'll work. So, left hand peace out. And until the next video.